Hello, Internet. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. The lead is applicable because time zones are a real thing. Welcome to the show, and could I get an audio check in the chat, please? Just do a couple of hellos. Emma G, afternoon, Saturday. Johnny from Philly, what about you? Steve Craig, nice to see you, brother. Mark, yep, glad to see you here, mate. Got you off to work in about half an hour, mate. I hope it all goes well for you. Linda Hunter, yeah. Uh, let's see, what have we got today? What are we going to do? So guys, just go ahead and call it the cup string. Yes, I should have just done that change. I don't know, but approximately 3 minutes after I had posted that it was going to 11. Oh, well, the second time because also put it in last night before I went to bed, but there you go. All what I was saying was actually Anna sent me a text said Christmas going away at the same time and after. So I just leave it till after the James Repeated show. But there you go. What are we going to do? Yes, clips. First clip coming up in a minute. If I can just keep this going. Uh, right. That's the link. Here we go. There's everybody today. Can somebody just let me know that I'm getting sound, although our parents said cheers 42, so I'm guessing that uh, we are actually having sound. So, first clip coming up in a minute. We've got a bit of madness for you. Where get this out?
Hey,
Like it's going to have a couple of hours. To get sorted, but yeah. For that. Here mode. Right. Sound isn't great, but okay. Audio's a bit distant. Right. 1 second. Just wait on a couple of leads here. I'm going to go into my settings. Audio. Ah.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. Has the audio improved? Sound of shit. Yes. That's what I like, Rex. Just spell it out straight. But have we had an improvement? Ah, there we go. Audio, good one. We've got the fucking nice setting. The thing hadn't picked up my good iRig mic and was working off the internal thing. Yes, proper good. Okay, here we go. And the first clip we've got 100%. Yes. So here we go. We've got the first clip coming up because I like a little bit of madness. And Let's see. Oh, hold on. Change that to that. Now, I have got audio on the video clip. Audio on the video clip. We're not going to watch all this. It's look, here we go. He's about to do a jump on a wheelie sheep. This is just a bit of madness. Does anybody have doing a jump on a? Does anybody have doing a jump on a big sofa chair in their bingo card today? Because that's coming up sort of next. But I think the next one up is a wee like box on wheels. Yes, this is madness. Here we go. Sofa chair coming up next, I think. Here we go. Hello, Linda Hunter. How are you? So your son's birthday was a lovely party idea. We did a big party picnic 1 year. Happy birthday to your boy. Yes, Steve Cray. Happy birthday to your young lad. Broke my arm. Not even jumping my bike when I was 12 years old. Yeah, we've fallen off of bikes. Something that we all get to do every now and then. Here we go. I think we've got a sofa chair coming. Right, there you go. We've had a sofa chair. I think we'll dump that out again. And that's something you don't see every day. So, hey, is everyone? Just getting a little drink. Yes, it's yep, Billy Bloggs he did. And if anybody's looking to find that, what you want to look up is Nitrous Circus, and you'll get uh lots more of that craziness. Where are we? What else have we got? We've got no camper fans jumping today. Sorry. Uh, what have we got? We've got Eurovision Song Contest tonight coming up. So I thought we would do. Yep. So could I, mate. But I think that if I just keep playing Nitrous Circus, it stops being the 42 show and starts being the Nitrous Circus show. And I think people might get a bit miffed at that. So we'll have to move on. But what have we got? We've got Eurovision coming on tonight. So I thought I would have a look at what madness was going on in Europe at the moment. Since we've got a song contest coming up. So what have we got? Yes, we'll have a wee quick look in with the Italians, see what they're doing. Here we go.
So if you're in a position where you want to do a 9 to 5 job and have more money working from home, I have an opportunity for you. And the reason why I'm so confident you're going to be blown away by this is because you have to do nothing.
Let's head straight into our top story this morning. Clashes broke out at an anti-Islam rally in the Norwegian capital of Oslo.
Hold on. It turns out it's not Italy we've got the wrong clip, but we'll go with it anyway. And it's actually going to be Norway. Here we go. Right, video's coming up in a second. We'll have a little technical issue.
Prompting authorities to end the event early on. The group of demonstrators called Stop Islamization of Norway, also known as the Sian Group, and organized a rally near the Parliament building in Oslo. Pretty soon, hundreds of counter-protesters gathered near the ongoing rally, banging drums and chanting, "No racists in our streets." The tensions came to a head when a female protester ripped pages from the Islamic religious book. Clashes erupted, with the police resorting to tear gas and even pepper spray. Protesters started kicking and climbing onto the police vans, and the Norwegian police arrested 29 people.
I'm surprised jihadis haven't attacked Eurovision. Yep. And what I'm noticing about this, apart from what Steve Craig said, yes, the Federal could be better. I'm sorry about that, but what we've got is we've got Norway, and they're saying that there was a far right demonstration that ended up with bits of riots and people attacking the police. And what I'm noticing is that the people who seem to be attacking the police don't look very Norwegian at all. You would almost think it wasn't the Norwegians that are rioting, but it was their visitors. Yep, so there we go. We've got better ratting in Norway. That's what they're up to. Let's have a look at what the Italians are up to. Go into this. Next video coming up. Oh, the Italian. There's an ad coming up. We just have to pause for a minute until we get rid of this ad, and then we'll see what the Italians are up to.
Yellow Productions
Right.
presents Traffic in Naples, Italy.
Right, hold on. Here we go. Remove that one. Stop that screen. Share screen.
This is a typical intersection in Naples. In most countries, this would be considered a left turn yield intersection, but in Naples, it's more of a left turn go intersection. When you want to make the left turn here, people just turn left, and it's up to the oncoming traffic to stop and not hit the people making a left turn. Pretty foreign to me coming from California. My first time at this intersection, I paused to make a left turn, and people were going behind me, in front of me, around me. Pretty soon I figured out, hey, just go and, cross your fingers and hope nobody hits you. But as crazy as all this looks, surprisingly, it actually works because nobody in Italy assumes the right of way. Because there are always cars or scooters coming in front of you, or people getting stuck in the middle of the intersection, like this guy.
Yep, Emma G got it. The Italians are busy busy driving like fucking lunatics. Yes, it's fucking madness. It's total and utter chaos. True story. That's a roundabout without the roundabout. Who's sending me messages? There we go. Yes, actually, Pompeii is absolutely gorgeous. We'll get some pictures of Pompeii up in a minute or two. But yes, we're still going to have a go at getting to Pompeii at some stage. Traveling could be a bit icky because I've got no passport at the moment. I need to get my passport renewed. And dear knows when they're going to let purebloods back into their country or leave one country, go to another. But I hope they get to Pompeii. The last time I was in Italy, I went to. Oh yeah, there was we were in the town that sort of is below Mount Vesuvius, no Etna, the European active volcano, and there was on the wee map, touristy map we got, there was a thing that said there was a Roman Colosseum, and went up the street and was looking for it. Couldn't see a Colosseum. I'm thinking, holy fuck, how do you not see a Colosseum? They tend to be big things. And I was right at the point where it said it should be in the wee map thing that I've got. And there was a road very much like this madness here. Yes. See that dude that just walked through the middle of all that crap? I had to do that in the middle of the road, and there was like it actually had a roundabout. And on the roundabout, there was like a wee hut with a door on it. You paid and you went in there. And the Colosseum was actually underground because what had happened is the volcano had erupted and covered it. and then it had been excavated similar to the way they do in Pompeii. Uh, so that's my whole Italian story. That's why it's a good idea to get a car in Italy with loads of dents. That might help you at the junction. People might give way to the car that's already bashed up. Benny Hill doing yes, but that is so the Italians are still doing their thing. They're still driving like absolute fucking lunatics. What are the French up to? We'll have a look at the French. Right. Get a clip of the French up. Go to just ranking this up and right. So the French are inviting the rest of the world to come and ride down their fucking snowy bits of Alps and crash their bicycles. So pretty normal French behaviour. The only other thing that the French are renowned for would be what's that word? Yes, surrendering. Yes. Oh. Does the UK still have to participate in Eurovision? They don't have to, but they choose to do so. And the BBC pays an exorbitant amount of people to an exorbitant amount of money for the pleasure of going into a song contest that everybody doesn't like us. It's become a politicized popularity contest, and we ain't that popular. I reckon that we should pull out. I was trying to find out how much we pay to win the Eurovision last night, and it seems like that number doesn't really. They're not giving it out. I'm strongly considering putting in a freedom of information request, see if we can find that out. And if I get the answer to that, I will come back to you with it. That was the Hill of Doom, Mountain of Hell, and it's not so much snow; it's ice. It's an event called the Mega Avalanche. If you're wanting to look one of those up, where all the mountain bikers start off the top in the ice at the same time, and it's absolute carnage. I would say, if you're if the bookies are still taking bets, they would get your money on Ukraine to win the Eurovision Song Contest. I think that's pretty much a bog bet. It's a festival of degeneracy as well as a popularity concert, even when it seems like a booby praise because then you have to pay the host the next one. Yes, you do, and you're right. They seem to have got right into the LGBTQAI uh, thing with their virtue signal and the songs. And the other thing to say about the LGBTQAI thing is, if they keep going, they'll just have the whole alphabet. They've already got all the colors, so why can't they just have all the fucking letters as well? Yeah, Lume, at that point in time, the Irish Tiger economy was running on what was it, £5 million worth of EU subsidies every day. Was what was keeping that company afloat. Yes, a woman with a beard did win it last year. It's all crazy. Well, let's see. What other European madness have we got? Done Norway, done Italy, done the French, Sweden. Let's have a look at what the Swedes are up to. Any guesses? Any guesses what the Swedes might be up to at the moment? You know. Right, here we go. On Lovdato, what about you? Hungary, you're incredibly close. Incredibly close. Let's have a look at what the Swedes are up to. Now, what I'm finding quite interesting here is they're saying that these riots are the fault of the far right people and native Swedes, probably, but I'm not seeing any native Swedish people doing the actual rioting. I've got this really strange belief that we should actually put the responsibility of the riots and the cars burning and all that stuff on the actual people doing it. So this would never have happened if they hadn't invited all those jihadist scumbags and to their once pleasant country. I gotta agree with that. And that's a very good point. They never say Muslims behaving badly spark the book burnings. Uh, you know, it's all well and good having being a tolerant people and having a tolerant country, but whenever you invite the intolerant to your country, it's not going to stay nice and friendly for very long. So that's our quick Euro roundup, the madness. A lot of the Muslim population in Sweden come from the Caucasus. I don't know that it was all female Arrow, but I do know that they said they were going to pursue a feminist foreign policy. What exactly a feminist foreign policy is, I don't know. I think the plan was to shame America into doing their defensive duties for them. This is very true, RPI. Yes, but our culture is to be tolerant, and we've got people coming in whose culture is to be intolerant. So, what else we're going to do? Doing good, Marzipan. Doing good, my man. How's you? Hope all's well. What else we're going to talk about today? Yes, Friday the 13th. We're going to have a little look at Friday the 13th and it being unlucky. Where that whole thing all came from. As we had Friday the 13th yesterday. Bobby Blogs, feminist foreign policy, nagged them to death. That sounds about right. Right. Next segment. Yes, Friday the 13th. You probably know that. Most people know that from horror movies and stuff, but there is an actual reason why Friday the 13th is thought to be unlucky. And we're going to have a what, somebody please thank the women's. Afternoon, Scory, glad to have you here. So we're going to have a quick look at the origins of Friday the 13th and where it became thought to be unlucky. Can I complain? No one is listening. That's because you're complaining to the wrong fucking people, mate. There are people out there that are paid to listen to complaints. Like politicians and Ofcom and the Press Complaints Commission and all that sort of thing. Complain to them, they have no choice but to listen. Probably do fuck all about it, like, but it does give you somebody that you can complain to. But I know what you mean, and glad things are going pretty much okay. So here we go. Friday the 13th. Share screen. Right. Our prize on the money, Knights Templar it is. Today is Friday the 13th. Many people of the superstitious sort consider Friday 13th to be unlucky. There are people who wear good luck charms all day and some who go so far as to refuse to leave home lest something unlucky happen to them. But many don't know that one legend of the origin of Friday the 13th as unlucky comes from the persecution of the Knights Templar in the 14th century. On Friday, October 13th, 1307, King Philip the Fourth, I believe that is. I'm not up on Roman numerals. It's I, the NFE, so I believe that's fourth of France, in league with Pope Clementine V, ordered all Templars to be rounded up and thrown in prison. The knights were accused of numerous crimes, including heresy and treason. For 200 years, the Knights Templar had been the most dominant force in Christendom, and at that time they were also the most effective army in the world. But after their defeat at the siege of Acre and the loss of the Holy Land, their influence began to wane. Yet they still held enormous power and great amounts of wealth. Pope Clementine sought to merge the Knights Templar with the Knights Hospitaller, another powerful order at the time. Neither group found such a merger ideal. And despite the loss of the Holy Land, the Templars were still part of everyday life in the Middle Ages. Their houses, churches, and farms dotted the countryside throughout Europe and provided employment for thousands of people. They started an international banking system that allowed nobles to deposit funds and values for safekeeping. And what ultimately led to their downfall. They occasionally helped finance wars. Philip IV borrowed enormous sums of money to finance a war with England. The poor king had an even worse military commander. Philip was easily defeated. He saw a way of both currying favour with the Pope and eliminating his huge debt. On the fateful day of Friday, October 13th, 1307, he ordered the Templars arrested and their property seized. The Grand Master of the Order, Jacques de Molay, was thrown in prison along with several other high-ranking members of the order. Their trial was a farce. The Templars were charged with heresy, worshipping false idols, and other crimes against the church. Many of them were tortured until they confessed to their crimes. Refusing to capitulate, Jacques de Molay would not confess, and Philip ordered him burnt at the stake. In 2007, the Vatican issued a proclamation declaring the Templars innocent of all their alleged crimes. So that's where the unlucky Friday the 13th thing came from. So we'll have a bit of a look at the origins of the Knights Templar. See where this mob came from. Resisting the legs, glad to have you here, chum. Thanks for dropping in. So, origins of the Knights Templar. Sure. Here we go. Is that up? It is. I can't really make this much larger. Are the Orange Order part of the Freemasons? They use the same symbology and titles. That's going to be a thanks, mate. Glad you're enjoying it. That's going to be a no. The Orange Order, you have the Loyal Orange Lodges, and above them, or alongside them, slightly different, you have the Royal Black Preceptorate. And that would complete that set. Now, undoubtedly, there are people who are members of the. There would be people that are members of the Orange Order, the Royal Black Preceptorate, and the Freemasons, but they are not like a branch. They're not connected branch wise. They're separate things. Right. So we'll have a look at the beginnings of the Knights Templar. In 1095, when Pope Urban II issued a call for the First Crusade, the Western Christian world saw this as a defensive action. Since the early 8th century, Europe had been under ceaseless attacks from Islamic forces, beginning with the Iberian Peninsula. Not only was most of Christian Spain conquered, but Islamic armies penetrated into the heart of France, only to be halted by Charles Malta in 732. Still, Islamic forces continued to threaten Europe, occupying Sicily, most of southern Italy, and even besieging Rome in 846 and sacking St. Peter's Basilica. Yet the First Crusade was not directed at Islam itself, but against the Syrian Turks, who, in their conquest of Palestine, replaced the previous Arab tolerance of Christian pilgrims with intolerance and violence. Strange that we've still got the intolerance and violence that we're seeing that's across Europe. Totally unconnected, honestly. By the end of July 1099, the First Crusade had achieved its objective of restoring the holy places to Christian control. It was one thing to conquer, now the challenge was to rule. Immediately, two problems confronted the newly created Kingdom of Jerusalem, being one of the worst examples of feudal fragmentism. The vassals of the King of Jerusalem were carved out their own feudal estates and becoming more powerful than the feudal lord. They were even engaging in conflict among themselves, often hindering efforts to counter any renewed threat from Islam. The second problem was the lack of reliable fighting force to defend the conquest. Once the crusade was finished, most of the surviving crusaders had fulfilled their vows, returned home. The Knights Templar would provide the solution by becoming the first international standing army. So this was all happening around about 1118, 1119. That's whenever these people became set themselves up as an army, and it was a response to attacks on the people. pretty much like an early NATO. What they the job of the Templar was to protect, make the roads safe for travelers and people going back and forth. And what I want to have a look at next is a battle map of the Crusades, and see, because we're often blamed on the version of history that we're sort of taught is that those Nazi crusaders went out and started a war with Islam. So I want to have a quick look at that. Yep. Here we go. Right, just getting this map up.
Whenever you're dealing with an apologist for Islam or even a Muslim, and you bring up jihad, almost immediately you see it, you'll know exactly what I mean. And here it starts. Islam burst out of the Arabian Peninsula and immediately.
Right. Now, up in this top corner, up here, it gives you the year, and these red dots are battles where the Islams are breaking out of the Arabian Peninsula and immediately start attacking the Middle East. And up here, you have the year. This is 660 AD to 680. And every time these dots change, that's a 20-year period.
Attacking the Middle East. And notice that it doesn't take long until they're crossing the Mediterranean and attacking southern France and Spain. Notice something here. Most people.
We're now at 780 AD. Have a look at Spain. Around here. Can you see that where my cursor is? There's Italy. We'll move this on a little bit.
Islam, they think of Arabs. They think of desert. And yet here we see that Islam is projecting power throughout the Mediterranean. Notice how the little islands of the Mediterranean are getting hammered. The navy of Islam would attack coastal towns, kill, rob, rape, and then take slaves. So this whole battle map, as it unfolds, you're seeing slaves being taken. Over 1 million slaves were taken out of Europe into the Islamic world. It's something you don't think about much, but it's absolutely true.
Right. This is the situation. All these battles, all this land being taken over. That's where we were at whenever the Knights Templar were brought along and decided to have a go at trying to fight back. So I think it's quite clear who the aggressors were.
There were over 200 battles fought in Spain alone. And we also see, however, on the East Coast in Turkey, that Islam is trying to break into Europe. Now, what's going to happen is in Spain, this ongoing fight that lasted for 400 years, is the Christians are going to push back the Muslims. But now then what has happened over in the East is that Constantinople has fallen, and now then Eastern Europe is getting hammered. The jihad now comes to Eastern Europe. It's pushed out now of Spain. Northern Africa is now completely Islamic. The Middle East is completely Islamic. This is all jihad. relentless jihad. And why is it so relentless? Well, Muhammad was relentless in his jihad. And these people are good students of Islam, and so it's against the kafir, on and on. It was traditional that when the Sultan came to power, the brand new Sultan, he would immediately try to launch new wars because he was going to be noted in his Islamic history as to how
Billy, I'm not sure who it is you're talking about. The history of Sicily was amazing. Went to an excavation in Argento. Every fucking race had a pop at Sicily. 1 second, I just need to cough. That's the mute off again. So, that's Bill Warner, the director of Center for the Study of Political Islam. That's what you call. So, look at Spain. It's France up here. Italy. Romania. Greece. Turkey. And the last armed military campaign in Europe was in 1687, I believe, or 1688, the Siege of Vienna, where the Poles and Hungarians come over and skewed them away. Yes, but here's the thing: whenever you go to Spain, they don't talk about Muslims in any way, shape, or form. They call them the Moors, and I think that's why they're letting them back in again, because they see them as being somehow different. I have absolutely no idea why. Yep, Square, you've had that nail on the head. Right, so that's a bit about the origins of Friday the 13th, the Knights Templar, where they came from, and what their role was. With that, what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to stop that screenshot, take this off, and I'm going to put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to come on for a chat, you're all very welcome. And there we go. What else have we got? Yes, I've got a new intro made for What's New with 42 and Emma G, which should be back next Thursday or possibly Friday. We'll see whenever we can make that happen. And we're going to make that show a little longer. That's going to be an hour-long segment. An hour-long show. We're going to have a couple of segments in it. And I've got a video intro made for that, and it involves pussycats. It's all very nice and cute. So there's that going on. What else have I been thinking about? Yes, I seen the first Butterfly of Summer there the other day, and I was watching them thinking, we've got that word butterfly totally round the wrong way. As it should actually be a flutterby, not a butterfly. Because whenever you watch them, they do run past you. Hello, mate.
What's happening? Can you hear me? Yo. I can't hear anything.
I can't hear you, Sean.
Shit. What's that? Can you hear me?
1 second.
Obviously not.
Technical difficulty could be a man.
I don't think it's me. Can chat hear me?
Right. Right. I can hear you now. Sorry
All right.
about that.
What's happening?
Same old, mate. Working away and had a lovely stream here today. Looking forward to the FA Cup final this afternoon. That's about the head of it. What about yourself?
I seen the advertisements for the UEFA League final. So when is that? Is that next weekend?
The Rangers one is on Wednesday,
Right.
and that will actually be, I would say, BT Sport have that, and I think they normally put that out for free on YouTube and Freeview.
Oh, I'll catch it anyway.
Yep.
Want to go into some ropey streams.
No, it's the official BT YouTube channel puts that out. They give the two finals away free, and I think the UEFA one was this Wednesday, and the Liverpool Champions League final is next Saturday. I think.
Both my teams in a final, so that's good.
Yep, all good.
I've seen somebody putting up. It was on a chat somewhere, and somebody had put up, "Are all all Liverpool fans are soy boy lefty twats or something like that?" And I'm like, "No, we're not." Well, I suppose I don't live in Liverpool, so.
Well, the Liverpool is a bit of a lefty shithole town, like, but
Oh, I know that. Fuck. I've got friends from there, but
yeah, but not all. No,
not all. Hashtag not all.
Not all. No. Actually, the Champions League final is the 28th. And I would say the Rangers one will be the Wednesday before that, so it's a couple of weeks away.
Yeah. Sound.
Yep. So lots of fun. And Rangers are in the Scottish Cup final as well, aren't they?
Yes. Yes, that against Hearts, I think. The Jambos.
Yep. Well,
I'm not paying attention to chat or anything like that. I'm just having a blather with you, mate. So
I was just right. I just thought I would throw up Billy Bloggs one.
all right, what's he put?
Liverpool has left us in a bit.
Oh, aye.
Mythical Irish warrior.
That derogatory word that us Presbyterians aren't allowed to use.
Yes, that the very one. Yeah, no. Billy's just,
My neighbour plays all those fucking rebel tunes, and it's the same tunes with worse drumming and different lyrics to ours.
Yeah. Well,
the drumming's fucking awful. I mean, even the drumming in an Orange band is like off the fucking scale. It's just so fucking bad. But the drumming in these is just oh fucking hell, man! All night.
Pipe band drumming is much better than flute band drumming.
Yeah, there's a lot more structure.
Yeah, those pipe drummers are in a different league.
Aye, and you ask a piper, like, what's the difference between 3/4 and 4/4 time, and they'll be able to tell you. You ask one of those drummers, 3/4 time, eh? I just hit the drum. Okay.
Yep. It's a whole different world.
A lovely day today here.
And here looks like we've got our summer. It's probably going to be here for 2 days.
Aye, that's usually it. No, we'll probably get a couple of good days at the end of August as well, but June and July are usually a fucking write-off.
Oh, September. I always remember the first week in September.
Aye.
You're going back into school and all of a sudden the sun comes out?
No, well, first week of September's, I'm sure that's a Glasgow holiday where they all go to Blackpool.
Oh, that's right, because the holidays in the mainland's different, George. We have we have a 6-week break in Emma G.
Summer.
Yeah, in the summer. Emma G's out sunbathing. She would actually be able to tell me when the summer holiday starts over here because she's got kids at school. I don't. It's like a 6-week block, and you go back in September.
Yeah.
And I always remember going back to school in September and being sitting next to a window and the sun splitting a tree and the window magnifying it, and you're in school just getting fucking roasted. And then whenever we were off on holidays, it would fucking piss down the rain.
Yep.
Always away. There we go. 1st of July for 9 weeks. Yeah. Is where that's at. Quite well. We'll just have to wait and see. Anything else going on with you? Can you talk about your business plans?
Yeah, well, so obviously launch is very important, and how I look to people is going to be important as well. You know what? I don't want to come off as a jack of all trades, so I've got to get it so that when I do launch, I emphasize the part on, I'm a multi-skilled engineer, not a jack of all trades. What I'm usually working on is a fucking million times more complicated than this stuff. Please let me fix it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, what you don't want to be is like a handyman.
No, fuck, no.
Yeah. No, you need to emphasize, right? I'm an engineer that can work on whatever.
So my best mate, his mum had the idea of, like sounds kind of fancy, but a parent company with different departments. So I don't advertise it all as one fucking thing. There'll be an advertisement for the domestic electricity, security lighting, home security systems, 240 volt stuff basically. Then there'll be another department or another area that deals with mobile telephones, tablets, computers, that side of the business. And then there's also, under the same umbrella, another part where, and basically I'm going to be the fucking, what's the Austin Powers, what's that guy's name, Steve what, where he plays every single character. That's going to be me. So it doesn't matter what department they phone up, it's going to be, hello.
Yeah,
that's me.
That sounds like the way to go. Have like 3 dedicated departments under one company.
So the other one will be like washing machines, tumble dryers, that sort of easy stuff.
So, I wonder, can you set up your phone so whenever your phone up and answers for home appliances and electrical, press 1 for
Hold the line, please. I'll just go and get the guy that deals with the washing machines.
yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah, it's me.
Hello, it's Ian here. I was just speaking to you. I know. It's me.
Yep, that does sound like a good way to go.
Yeah, so I mean that was the one of the things that I was thinking about was just not to come across as a fucking, because there are guys out there that are doing it. The guy that in the town that was fixing everybody's mobile phone, not to be too disrespectful, but as a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he just
never. I know school's not a great indicator of somebody's intelligence, but you get a little bit, of an idea of how fucking bright someone is, and just the guy's a dummy. No training, no formal training, no education, no nothing. Just he's looked up a YouTube video and he's decided that he's now the guy that fixes mobile telephones.
Yeah, you'll be able to get his custom anyway.
Yep.
And
he's in the jail at the moment, so
there's a vacancy. Yep. But once people,
he's been the guy that's been fixing mobile telephones and cutting people's grass and just doing anything to get fucking 20 quid so he can get a bag.
Right.
So I've got I can't come across as that guy that's just fucking playing at this. So I've got business cards. My nephew knows somebody that will get them printed up for me. Obviously, I need to get wee posters and stuff. I need to get a Facebook page, probably in the sort of free advertising stuff, and get my name about there.
Yeah, that Facebook pages are pretty handy set up, and we'll chill that about.
And working capital as well, so I need to see what grants and stuff are available to me, because there's some equipment that I need. And, if somebody's wanting a phone fixed, I'd rather me be able to order the part, get the part, all coming through my account so that I can do stuff with the tax and stuff, as opposed to saying to them, I don't have the funds at the moment. Here's the code for the screen, you order the screen, and when the screen arrives, bring it to me, and I'd rather, you bring the unit to me, or tell me what the unit is, give me the serial number of it, or the model number of it, I'll get the screen. When I've got the screen, I'll give you a call, come to me, I'll fix it, and then you can go on your merry way.
Yeah, that's definitely a much better way to go about it. Just saying who to say, guys. Right, take that down. That's the way you want me going about it. I've
got loads of work at the moment, but it's all family. So I'm going to use them as the, I'll get photographs of the job that I do and all that sort of stuff. And so it's all padding and advertising that I can put on Facebook, and, this is stuff that I've previously done.
Yeah, that's the way to go about it, and it will spread through word of mouth. People, I've cracked my screen, where to go to get it done. Here, this guy, he don't mind, he'll do you a good job. They come along, and you go, right, I need to order up that part. It takes it roughly 5 days to arrive. Come back in a week, and I'll get it sorted out for you.
Yeah. And my nephew made a good point yesterday as well. He said that he was up at the shopping centre, the local shopping centre, and he said there's units in there, and they are dedicated to, mobile phone accessories, whether it be screen protectors, cases, that sort of thing, and changing screens. So my nephew says if they're up there and they're able to sustain a business and pay the rent and rates, because he knows the rent and rates for commercial units. And he said that they must be earning a fair whack of money if they're able to sustain that. He says, so even the mobile telephones, if you can get, a big enough customer base there, you'll be able to, sustain yourself on that.
Well, the other thing is, with the way the economy's beginning to go, a lot of people that coming close to the end of their contract if they've a cracked screen, whereas a lot of people who've been saying, right, I'm just going to put this in and get a new contract, a lot of them are now going to be saying, here, hold on, I think I'll get this fixed and hang on to this phone for a while.
Yeah.
Not
just that, you're washing. Well, he phoned me up in an emergency yesterday, and I panicked. His washing machine, my freezer. He's like, it was icing up a lot, and I was defrosting it yesterday, and I was like, stop. Well, stop you right there, Derek. Yeah. I says, you were defrosting it quickly, you decided to use a knife to chip the ice out it, and you've stabbed the cooling circuit. That's exactly what I've done. I was like, open the windows. I was like, if you can't get the freezer outside, open the windows and doors, let the gas blow out, let the gas leak out of your freezing unit. I says, and go and buy a new one. You've fucked it.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I done. So, yep. I says, I done it about 2 years ago.
Here, Scory's just made a good point there. He said, Scory has just made a good point. Can people post their broken phones to you?
That's also one that I can do as well, right?
Yep. The other thing is, there's a guy called Lewis Rossman that I watch that fixes a lot of the Apple stuff.
I watch his stuff as well.
Right.
And he's big on the right to repair stuff.
Yes, he's all over right to repair, but whenever he was starting out, what he did was he done a very cheap rate for screen repairs, but it was a 30-day turnaround.
Yep.
So he was just doing them when he could, and he done that via eBay. And what happened was people would post their phone and pay for it, and he would send them out a letter saying your phone is being processed, so that way it wasn't paying up front for the parts.
Right.
Because he was getting the money in for the phone, using that money to buy the part, buying the part, doing the fix, sending it back.
Yeah.
But
equipment wise, at the moment, I need a decent multimeter. I need a decent soldering station, and possibly an oscilloscope module that I can plug into my laptop.
A what module?
Oscilloscope.
Is that like a magnifying glass thing?
No, it measures voltages and stuff like that, but also gives you a visual representation of the waveform or the shape of the signal. So you can debug digital circuitry with it, analog circuitry. So the pictures that you see of big sine waves and stuff like that, the oscilloscopes produce them.
Oh, here we're now doing we've now just turned into a repair channel. EMR. If the floor under a fridge is a bit unlevel, can it cause problems?
The floor under a fridge is a bit unlevel, can it cause problems? Other than having a wobbly fridge, no.
The fridge should be okay. So it's not gonna damage the fridge or stop it working. It's just gonna wiggle a bit.
Aye.
Right.
Unless it's so unlevel that there's something poking up underneath and it's hitting the motor or something like that, but
Yeah.
As long as there's plenty of airflow underneath the fridge, nah, you're cool. Plenty of airflow underneath it and plenty of room at the back. I don't understand. You know these ones where people have got these fucking fancy new kitchens and everything's built in, and the fridge is encased and all of the kitchen furniture, and I'm like, that's so fucking inefficient.
Yeah, that's not going to help it keep things cool.
I mean, any heat that the fridge generates is going to be around that area, so it's going to have to work twice as hard to keep the stuff inside cold. It's just doesn't.
Yes, we're getting out all the practical knowledge. In a while, we'll get into setting the gear on a mountain bike.
Aye, well, we could do that. Aye, get your index and working okay.
That's what it was
talking about the mega avalanche earlier on.
Yes, I thought I would throw up some of that. That's always good for a crash.
Aye, well, the initial part, yeah, but you forgot to mention that the top riders, it takes them, it's a 45-minute, 50-minute descent, and just you'd be hanging out your arse at the end of that.
Yeah, and that's the quick people. You know, the very, very good people. The likes of me would take about 2 hours getting down that.
Oh, you and I would be about 2.5 hours getting down that, yeah.
If you're 2.5 hours, I'm about 3.5.
Oh, imagine the arm pump on that.
Yeah, it will almost put you off doing it.
Doing it on a low end hardtail with those fucking Sun Tour pogo sticks on the front of it.
Oh, don't. That would be.
You shake your eyeballs out your head.
You would. Billy's getting a bit confused. What's hanging out your arse? Your fucking breath's hanging out your arse.
Your lungs, your
lungs.
internal organs.
Yep, everything. Yeah, it's
Fort Williams next weekend, I think.
Ooh.
Or it might be the weekend after.
So
there's a chance that I might try and talk my mate into going up there one day. We'll go for a sort of a virgin ride in the camper van. Take that up to the mountain bike racing. And we're also trying to get tickets for UFC London that's coming up.
Oh, go ahead. So you're going to take the I take you for taking the camper van down?
Aye, man.
Excellent.
Aye. We've basically got a free hotel anywhere we go. You know, this thing's self-sufficient. And it just looks like a Sprinter, so you can just park it fucking anywhere. And
happy days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a bit of touring going on.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah. Where was it? I was looking at the Cotswolds. Every time I see the Cotswolds, I think I would like to visit there at some stage. But it also looks incredibly expensive. But camper van, you could walk about there and have a good nosy.
Aye, man. I mean, you go up north and it's just, well, one, you get Northern Scotland service, which is atrocious anyway. But it is so expensive up there. I don't know how the locals do it, unless they get charged different prices from the tourists. So I'm just putting the kettle on.
Yep, I figured that. Get the tea on.
If I wasn't trying to be quiet, I'd probably make less noise. Sorted. Have you ever been to a race and seen the pros?
Pardon? No, I haven't.
It is terrifying. You're like, that, how is it possible to go that fast on a push bike over that? that you've just done? Because it's just blows my mind.
The closest I've seen road racing, the pros at that, the Tour of Italy, the Giro d'Italia came.
Yeah, coming by at 60 kilometres an hour.
Yep, they had a stage in Belfast for some reason. I don't know why, but so I've seen that live whenever that came, but I've never seen actual live mountain biking. But yeah,
Even the roadies, the noisy 100 bikes going past at 60 kilometres an hour is just mind-boggling, the amount of noise that comes off that amount of push bikes.
Yeah, and all packed up in that wee tight fucking huddle, the peloton. You know, anybody gets anything slightly wrong, they're going to take out about 5 of them.
At least. I've seen a few of those crashes where like the whole peloton goes down.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
And then they're all riding in those skin suits as well, so they all get ripped to shreds.
Yeah, there's not a lot of protection there.
No. Whereas when I go out, I'm like fucking Robocop. Well, if I'm going to a track, I'm like Robocop. Body armor, full face helmet.
There was the Giro d'Italia came to Belfast. There was one of the racers got took out by a manhole cover. You know, just going straight up the road and manhole cover, and the bike just went from underneath him.
The white paint, the white lines on the road, I've seen that taking them out. You know, just brake at the wrong time and lose the front end. And now that they've got disc brakes, welcome to our world. Snatch a handful of them and you're going out the front door.
Have they finally recanted and allowed the roadies to have disc brakes?
Why they didn't, why they were using the rim brakes was that they said that disc brakes were dangerous. So if there was one of those crashes that you were talking about where the peloton goes down, you've obviously got all of those wheels with the brake rotors on them. So you've got brake discs that could chop people's fingers off, that sort of thing. So
right. Yes.
Or cutting your legs, or the worst thing that's happened to me with a brake disc is I burnt my fingers. Not with my arm that I burnt, my forearm.
Yeah, you decide to see if it got hot whenever you got to the bottom of the hill?
No, I was on it. It was one of my first times actually out properly mountain biking, you know, with my full suspension bike and my helmet and, you know, my water pack with the bladder in it and all of that sort of stuff. So
Jimmy from Philly's just popped in. Say hello.
Hello, Jimmy.
What's up?
Hey, mate, how are you doing?
I'm all right. You know, I got the truck. I'm working by myself.
That's a bonus.
Yeah, well, I'm getting away from that fucking recovery house because I'm making money, so.
Aye. How's life in there for you, Jimmy?
You know, I got off the couch, so that's a plus. They put me in a room.
He put me on
the couch. He put me on the couch because the landlord stepped up her legal efforts, and I miscalculated by 6 or 7 days that I had out. So I had to rock the couch for like 10 days. But I mean, it's not so bad. Like when they moved me out of there to what they call a step-up house, it's a lot better. So I'm just going to save my money, grind it out and save my money. It's about an hour to get to work, a little more than that to get back. You know. Not the end of the world.
No, it's not ideal though, Jimmy. You know, you could be that hour does, and we're not getting any fucking younger, you know, so that hour's a real pain in the arse.
Yeah, it's a good thing I got the energy I got at my age.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
You know,
Jimmy,
I know a
is
lot
this-
of motherfuckers my age couldn't do this shit.
Here, Jimmy, is the step-up house sort of halfway between a recovery house and being living independently?
Well, no, the step-up house has less people in it. Maybe one guy in your room instead of two. You know, it's a little more relaxed.
Yeah, it's an improvement
So,
anyway.
yeah, it's better. What's that?
I say it's an improvement anyway.
Yeah. I'm just going to save my money, man. That's all I'm trying to do is stack up some cash for the winter, you know, whatever. I might move to Missouri with Nelson. I don't know.
I mean, it is the one thing about being as independent as we are, Jimmy, that, you know, we don't have any, you know, major ties or mortgages or anything like that, is you can up sticks
Right.
and go somewhere.
Right. That is a benefit.
It's a
But
fucking
then
lonely
again,
life,
you know,
but you can do it.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. So what were you fellas talking about before I jumped in?
What? Mountain bikes.
Aye, bikes.
Yeah.
Bikes? Shocking.
Shocking.
You talk about your many injuries?
No, we were actually talking about technical stuff, but
Yeah.
I used to live in Scranton. I used to live in
Where,
Scranton,
Jimmy?
PA, right? Scranton,
Uh-huh.
PA, where our fucking bumwing president is supposedly from, right? I used to live up there in upstate Pennsylvania, right? And they got a bunch of old abandoned coal mines, and there's a bunch of trash and fixed ATVs and all through all those trails and shit. And when you talk to them, they're always like, they get together, they're pointing out all their injuries. I broke my collarbone 3 times, broke my elbow twice. Nothing but injuries.
yeah. Well, I took it up as a low impact sport because I was getting beaten up too much doing snowboarding and all the other crazy shit that I was doing. And turned out that mountain biking is the most dangerous thing that I've ever done.
I skydive, I bungee jump, ski. Used to do all that shit.
Yeah, that's
You
all
ever
the stuff I was
skydive?
into as well, Jimmy. We're very similar that way.
You ever skydive?
No. Bungee jumping,
Shit right there.
paragliding, but I've never done the skydiving, Jimmy.
Skydiving, that's the shit.
Yeah, I've heard. I've heard that.
All right, well, listen, fella, I got to jump out and get these lawns done. They ain't going to cut themselves. I just wanted to say hi.
Lovely to speak to you, Jimmy.
Yeah, and thanks for jumping in.
All right.
I'll ping you on Signal, my friend.
I'm going to try to stream later in the day. I don't know if I can or not.
I'll try and catch that if you do, Jim.
All right.
All right, all the best,
I'll
John.
see you.
What about you?
What about here, Margie Palm? Where did you do any? Was there any snowboarding in Scotland? Or did
Yeah, mate. Yeah, so you can snowboard in Glencoe and the Nevis Range on the west, and on the east it's Glen Shee. I'm sure there's another ski slope on the east coast as well.
Excellent.
But it's hit or miss, 42. You know, you could get all the way up as far as Glencoe, and that's where you generally, well, back in the day, if you were getting the snow reports by text and stuff, you wouldn't really get them until, or in the morning you were travelling up, you wouldn't really get them until you were at the other end of Glencoe. And it could be too windy, too much snow, not enough snow, too wet, you know, the gondolas are off, the gondolas are on. Just a pain in the ass.
Was there, that's reminding me, did the talk about using those gondolas for as an uplift for mountain bikes?
We do.
They do?
We do. So Nevis Range is skiing and snowboarding in the wintertime when there's enough snow. And as I said, it's not too windy and all that crap. And then in the summertime, they open it up. So there's access to the World Cup track. There's access to Joe Barnes's. There was a trail named after him. But the Nevis Range is shite for your mountain bike.
Yeah. Glencoe better job.
You've got that World Cup track, and the other tracks they're difficult, but there's no real flow to them, and a lot of big square edges that'll catch you out. Glencoe's the most terrifying thing I've ever ridden in my life. And I've been with some ugly women.
That bad?
No, that Glencoe track is just terrifying. I think guy made it with a strimmer and a pickaxe, and that was it.
Yep. Let's see what else we got. Anything else come up? Right. I'm gonna skedoodle here very shortly.
Perfect, mate. I'll let you get on with your stream. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thanks very much for coming on. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to find a bit of music, and then I'm going to bugger off. I'm going to get sorted out and get ready for watching this FA Cup final, and hopefully a Reds are in the cup.
3 o'clock.
Actually, I'll look that up now.
Kick off, won't it?
I'm going to check that now. 16:45.
All right.
Yeah, 16:45 kickoff. I need to go and get some food and stuff.
Okay, mate.
Yeah.
Enjoy the game.
Yes, and yourself.
Right. Speak to you later, bro.
Okay,
Take
all
care.
the best. All right, bye. Right, now I'm just going to find some music. Which will take me about a minute here. And I would like to thank everybody for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the show. And here we go. Here we go. Right. Right. Got this keyed up. And thanks everybody for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the show. And I hope to see you all again sometime soon. Here we go. Hold on, people. Audio failure. Get this back to start. we're going to try this again. This is being a right. Here we go. It's like you're trying to play the audio through the earphones. Right, 1 second. And take that one out. Share screen. Share screen.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay. Do you understand that? Turn the friggin' frogs gay. Serious crap. Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Gay. Frogs. Won't you fight for your life? Gay. Frogs, friggin' frogs. I don't like a frog. Gay. Friggin' frogs. Frogs. Friggin' frog crap. Won't you fight the frogs? It's not funny. I'm gonna say it real slow for you. Frogs. Place point.
All right, people, thank you all very much. Real pleasure having us here, and we'll catch us all next time. All the best, adios, and goodbye.